That's disgusting. It needs to end now. People need to speak up about it. If you see shit like this, don't try and play both sides. Don't try and keep everyone happy. Vote that shit down. I would like to ask the police chief, Corey, I hate to bring you into this, but have you not had discussions with aldermen about this very issue where they cannot break their oath and say they're going to circumvent higher government?
Is there a Fifth Amendment I can take here at this point in time?
If you really don't wish to speak.
I really don't. This is an argument amongst yourselves. You guys can either choose to come together and find terms to agree on or not.
Right.
That's it.
Do you agree that if passed, this resolution would be going against the Constitution?
I understand the concern for that last paragraph. I get it. That's always a point of concern for me. I get it. I think everyone here had the same intention at the beginning of this. You just want to reiterate your support for the Constitution and make sure that there's nothing unfairly or unduly forced upon our citizens. That's the intent here. Find a way to talk about it and come up with language that you can all agree on or table it.
Correct. It should be the citizens' decision because we took an oath to uphold the Constitution. And if it goes to the judicial and makes a law out of it, then we should follow it.
But upholding the Constitution is following the process through the judiciary.
Correct.
You wanting to circumvent that you'd be breaking your oath.
But do you believe that the government's ever overreached?
That's up for the courts to decide on a case-by-case basis.
I would disagree with that.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I mean, if you're searching for comments, and I hate fitting the liberal-conservative thing, but personally I'm concerned about overreach of the federal government and liberal courts. And this is going to be largely symbolic, but, we're publicly making a statement that we intend to protect the citizens of Merrill from possibly unreasonable legislation.
Which is done through the courts.
Liberal courts. That's my comment. I don't care to elaborate on it.
Pretty sure
you
courts
will.
are nonpartisan.
I'm not a lawyer, but there's many contradictions in our laws, and normally Mr. Hayden is here, but I believe that the most stringent laws normally win out, and we could pass this resolution, but we could have it could be enforced by stricter laws. So this may be symbolic.
I wanted to give Alderman Osness the chance to explain his intent with the resolution. Do you feel that you did that, Alderman?
Sure.
Can you reiterate what your intent was? What is the
I think I explained it.
What's the intent of the last paragraph?
I explained it. So carry on.
So you perceive the City of Merrill ignoring an executive order based on the Common Council's will?
Sure.
All right. Okay. We have a system in place, and is that your intent with that last paragraph? You'd want to circumvent the courts?
No, not at all. What I'm trying to say is it should be up to the citizens to decide if it's overreaching and the citizens think it's overreaching, that should be their choice. It's we the people, not government.
Any further discussion? Alderman Rick, I'm sorry I didn't bring it up before discussion on the amendment, but do you want to publicly state your position on the first resolution?
I agree with it. I think it's something that needs to be out there.
That the City of Merrill's Common Council should ignore rule of law and make those decisions outside the court, just unilaterally on our own, breaking the oath that you took.
We aren't discussing that right now. We're discussing your amendment.
All right. We'll come right back to it. Any further discussion on the amendment? Any further discussion on the amendment?
Sounds like the only one discussing is you.
You're free to speak.
I'd like to make a vote.
I would like to hear your thoughts.
Call to order.
You seconded this.
I did not. I seconded the first part.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's,
second yours. We're talking about your amendment that is on.
well, I would like to learn your thoughts on
Call to order.
the original.
So,
Alderman Rick, unless, I really, I think you know better than this.
I think people disagree.
Mr. Mayor, I think people just disagree with you. That doesn't
Do you
mean they
want to smack my hand, Mayor?
They're
We'll
disagreeing.
get into that. Which brings us to discussion on the amendment, Alderman Rick. Not on the amendment, on the original. On the original, Alderman Rick, please go. You didn't want to state your opinion because we were discussing the amendment. Now we're back on the original.
I said what I wanted to say. I agree with this, and I feel that it needs to be out there.
That you want to break the Constitution. Just so we're clear, that's what that states. There's no way around it. I was hoping there was a miscommunication. I was hoping I wasn't reading it correctly. It's evident now.
Other community.
I believe we need to vote.
Still waiting for. Are you calling? Okay. No more discussion.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Mr. Hass?
No.
Mr. Blake?
No.
Mr. Osness?
Aye.
Mr. VanLieShout?
Aye.
Mr. Rick?
Aye.
Mr. Weix? Mr. Sabatke?
Aye.
And Mr. Russell?
No.
4 yeses, 4 noes, Mayor.
I'll vote no. Alright, I didn't think it was going this way tonight. I apologize. I don't know why you guys lost faith in the system. I'm not just talking to the alderman. I guess you're here tonight, I'm assuming for the same reason. I don't know when it happened, I don't know why it happened, but you guys need to freaking believe in the system.
Your Honor, if I could, one of the reasons we're spending so much time on this evening is, and a number of people have done it. So Steve, this is no finger pointing at you, but when we do bring things directly to the council and they haven't had the proper public discourse, or in the case of an item in the last P&F meeting where the committee didn't want to make a decision on something that was brought up right away because you want a little more time to massage it and you want the public's opinion, that's why this is going on right now. That's why we have 23 subcommittees or whatever in city government, because things should go to those subcommittees first before they come to the council. That's just how I feel about it.
Well, I think the point is that we, the people, in this case, would be the legislature and the executive branch. And if the executive branch does something the legislature doesn't like, then that's when it goes on to the courts and they make that decision. And the city council really isn't in that mix, except to try to convince your representatives to carry it that way. That's the way I see it. That's the way our system is built. That's why it's called a republic.
There's enough checks and balances within our system. And I know certain groups are frustrated, but the system does work. And I think this is an overreach of our power as a council, as Mr. Russell just mentioned. But I agree with everything that you have on there, except for, again, that last paragraph. Good history lesson and science.
I don't even want to bring it up, but January 6th, we almost lost our democracy because a bunch of buffoons were believing lies. I know the polling. They say, I don't want to point it on Republicans, but a majority of your freaking party believes that the election was fake. Are you kidding me? You guys don't believe in the elections? Have any of the audits shown anything? Have any of the court cases? How many times did they sue in court? Like 20 times? They showed no evidence. Rudy Giuliani.
Second.
You guys are... No.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'll see you guys later. If you want to leave, leave. You need to get your act straight. This is not how we go about things. If you don't like it, continue running, try to change things. But don't try and overturn the courts.
To recognize?
I didn't keep a copy for myself.
You can have mine here.
Yeah, you can have mine too.
You want this as an amendment? Is that what we're gonna do?
Is
You
it
want to be
time?
recognized? Well, to motion to adjourn, is that recognized?
I haven't heard a motion to adjourn.
It was said twice, I seconded it.
Oh, I didn't hear it. The chair has to hear it.
And that's when you said, you guys can leave.
Oh, I said that because you were walking out.
I was not walking out.
You were putting your coat on.
That doesn't mean I was leaving.
Okay.
Is that legal if the mayor says we could leave?
I was hoping to wait a couple more months before I let loose, but this shit's ridiculous.
Is that the mayor's announcements that you just went through?
Yeah, is that what we want to complain about, my language, while there's
So now,
4 council members trying to... You guys...
No, if you're done with your announcements, can we entertain the motion to adjourn?
Yeah, vote on it.
I
All those in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night, everyone. You guys notice too, I'm speaking specifically to you, Alderman White, to you, Alderman Russell. You guys, I'm proud of you guys as conservatives.
I think everyone here had the same intention at the beginning of this. You just want to reiterate your support for the Constitution and make sure that there's nothing unfairly or unduly forced upon our citizens. That's the intent here. Find a way to talk about it and come up with language that you can all agree on or table it.